To learn the good, the bad, and the reality of the off-grid lifestyle, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. I tore down one house in my lifetime prior to this one. Neighbor said I could have all the lumber out of it. It took me, I don't know, 6 months to tear that down by myself. It was made out of oak. I ended up getting a tractor and knocking it down. But the trailer is proving a little bit easier to demolition. That being said, a lot of it was done before I got here, so I can't speak to the whole demolition process, but I can speak to the parts that I've gotten to. And it's not that difficult. I will say that back in the day, even though it's been sitting here a long time, that you can see a lot of manufacturing defects in the assembly process. Bolts that had missed the board, you know, they kind of just screwed it in crooked. The little tabs, they put little tabs here, and so you could screw that right into the board, and it holds the board down to the frame of the trailer. But what's funny is exactly half the trailer, these tabs were welded on. And on the other half, they weren't welded on at all. They just screwed them right into the board. Either way would have worked. But I'm thinking, where was the quality in that? Now I can just imagine on night shift, they didn't want to work very hard. Quality control programs were pretty lax back then. And they're like, man, let's go have a beer. We've gotten a lot accomplished. Just got the bedroom left here. The bathtub I got to get off, which I'm going to use to kind of carry some of that back and forth. I'll just use it as a slide right here on this rail. It really has been a fun process, and I feel young again. Of course, there's a lot of aches and pains involved, and I'm out of shape, but it really has rejuvenated me. It really has gotten my spirits up. I get up every morning pretty excited, and I don't do a lot of work, I admit. You know, I do a little bit here and there. We started a little fire to burn some of the wood, scraps, and it's gone pretty quickly. I said I wanted to build about $500 a month. So I'll buy $500 of material, I'll build the floor, and I'm treating it like rent, and then I'll cover it up with a tarp, and then I'll continue the cleanup. We're going to cut the frame. I've said that in several videos. We're going to cut the frame roughly right here, and then we'll scrap the back half because it's too close to the property line. Now, a lot of people ask me a question, aren't we grandfathered into allowing this trailer to stay close to the property line since it was here before 2004 when the law was passed? And the answer is yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't checked specifically. I looked at the code book, but it's 600 pages long. But that's not the issue. The issue is the neighbor seems to be frowning upon it. Apparently him and the last owner got into a fight of the property. Got in a fight about this trailer being so close to the property line. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the whole story is, and I don't want to get involved with it. But I figured, hey, I'm not going to use this back half of the trailer. I cannot think of any reason why I'd want all that space down there. We're never going to build anything that big. If we build anything that big, we will just build it on the ground to code. And I can get the scrap money out of it also. More about the neighbor. And here's the thing about living off-grid. A lot of people frown on people living off-grid in a tiny house, saving money. I mean, you can listen to conspiracy theories or read the conspiracy theories on Facebook, in the Facebook off-grid groups. And there's all kinds of conspiracy theories. Oh, they just want you to build big houses so you can tax it, so they can tax it and make money off you. Which, hey, that probably isn't too far from the truth. The common consensus is just stay under the radar. If you're not inviting people into your property, saying, hey, look at me, I'm living off grid on solar panels. And I recognize I'm on YouTube, but even on being on YouTube, I don't think anybody really knows or will ever know that we're living off grid. It's very unlikely that I'll run into anybody who's going to know where we live, where we're living, because I'm just not going to expose that information. I'm going to keep it low key. There's a lot of YouTubers out there doing off grid right here in the state of Missouri, right along with us. I couldn't tell you where they live to save my life. So I'm going to try to do the same thing and just keep myself low key. When I was a nomad, I was staying at mom's house in the town. I mean, my camper stuck out like a sore thumb. Everybody knew who I was. Ran into somebody in my mom's little town. And he didn't realize that we were staying in that town. Had no idea. Which brings me to a little survey I did. I did a survey. I had to take it down because the trolls started attacking it. On the survey, I asked the question, do you watch off-grid channels to learn how to live off-grid? Kept it real simple, yes or no question. And 67% of the people, while I had it up, said yes. So I thought I'm going to continue to just stick with educating, and I use that term loosely, educating folks on how to live off-grid. And the reason I'm using that term loosely is because I'm not an expert on living off-grid, which is the point that I'm trying to make. You don't have to be an expert. I've never ever tore down a trailer before. But I'm doing it, and I'm doing it with Walmart socket set, a hammer, and a little pry bar. I got a skill saw, circular saw, a jigsaw, a grinder, and a drill. That's all I got. And I feel like I can do it. I think if you're really interested in living off-grid, that you need to get started. What's holding you back? Like I said earlier in this video, it's been really a freeing experience, and I've had a really good time doing this. I feel young again. And I'm not spending any money, so money can't be an excuse. I've spent $7,200 so far on living off-grid. Now I'm going to spend another $5,000 on the house. We're up to $12,200 to buy an acre and a half of property with a well. Got the well pump installed. I need to do a little bit extra work on it, but that's not going to cost. I think we figured it up. We're going to pour a concrete slab for 25 bucks. I got the solar panels. I built the base to the camper. I had to build a base to the camper. And all the little components I needed for $7,200, and then another $5,000 for the tiny house. And when we're living off-grid, and I'm getting younger every day. And I see Carolyn. Carolyn's got really bad social anxiety. I've said this in many videos when we were traveling the country. But I haven't mentioned it very often recently because she has not had anxiety attack since we got here. Since we've been back in Missouri, I think she may have had one earlier when we first got into the state. But since then, she's just very happy. And that's what I think everybody needs to do, especially in this time of uncertainty where we're not sure what's going to happen. We need to do that thing that's going to make us happy. I hope that gives you a little bit of encouragement that you don't necessarily need to learn everything there is to know about living off-grid. All you need to know is you can do it. Thanks for watching.